Nowadays, when computer is dominating the world, many people still believe that machine will never replace human in many certain fields. They believe that machine does not have human emotion, machine does not have human creativity. But I don't believe that, and my teammates surely don't either. We believe that humans are just very complex machine created by God. So whatever we can do today, one day a machine will be able to do the same thing. We can compose music, a machine can compose music. We can write poetry, a machine can write poetry. So with that same belief, I and my teammates have spent a lot of time, effort, and thinking for the last 7 months to develop an artificial intelligence program that we are so dedicated to. So here it is, Mozart 4.0. It's a music composing program. The first time Mozart composed, it would give me a message like this, to ask me to hear the melody it just composed and judge it. So if I want to hear the melody, I will press L, and Mozart will automatically use the program Guitar Pro to compose. Now, Mozart is automatically composing its first ever melody into Guitar Pro. And but please don't expect too much, okay? Because in the first time, Mozart only composed a very short and random melody. In the beginning, it's just like a newly born baby. It does not know what music is. It does not have any knowledge about music. So it just composes randomly in any way it likes. So here's the first melody that Mozart has ever composed. So what do you think about this music piece? In my opinion, this melody is very short, simple, and terrible. Now I will explain to you the reason why. The melody is rather short and simple because Mozart now is in a testing phase. All we care about is how it would improve through the learning process with human teachers. So the length and the sophistication of the melody are not the most important factors taken into consideration right now. And the melody is terrible because in the first time Mozart only composed a random melody, right? And I guarantee that it will get better the next times it composes. So please don't judge it. And after hearing this melody, my job is to judge and give it a grade based on how good the melody sounds. And based on this, I will give it a score of 2 out of 10. It is very low. And after receiving my grade, Mozart will save both the melody and grade into its memories. Now, it had the first piece of knowledge about music. Since the second time Mozart composed, instead of composing randomly, Mozart would use a self-improving strategy to compose the next melody because at this point it has scored from previous melodies as training data. Now, I will show you how that self-improving strategy works, okay? You can see that at each position, Mozart composed a note, then delete it, then compose another, then delete it again. In fact, the program is trying to find the appropriate note for each position. But which note is appropriate, which note is not? Now I will show you. You can look at right here. Mozart had just deleted a note from this position. because that note is inappropriate for this place. It is inappropriate maybe because if that note is composed here, the melody would follow a pattern from a previous lower score melody. That is one reason that makes the note inappropriate. Now we'll keep going. Okay, stop right here. You can see that Automozart has just deleted a note from this position too, because that note is inappropriate for this place. It is inappropriate maybe because if the note is composed right here, the melody would not maintain smoothness anymore. That is another reason that makes the note inappropriate. Now we will continue with the composing process. Okay, stop right here again. You pay attention to this note. This note is finally composed in this position because it is an appropriate note. It is appropriate, maybe because if it is composed right here, the melody would avoid patterns from previous lower score melodies, and maybe follow patterns from previous higher score melodies. Moreover, this appropriate note definitely has a high chance to maintain the smoothness of the melody. Okay, I will let the Automozart keep composing. So now we had the second piece of music that Automozart has ever composed. What do you think about this melody? I think that it gets a little bit better than the first one that Automozart has composed, due to the self-improving strategy. So now after hearing this melody, I would also judge and give it a grade based on this performance. I think I will give it the score of 4 out of 10. It is low. So after receiving my grade, Automozart will save both the melody and grade into its memory. Now it has a second piece of knowledge about music, and that's the way the second piece is created and judged. And the third, the fourth melody, and all the melodies after that will also be created and judged in the same way, based on using the previous melodies as training data. So the more Automozart composes and gets feedbacks from human teacher, the better composer it would become according to that teacher's taste. Although my teammates and I have solved numerous problems when realizing this project, there is still one that challenges our mind every day. Let's listen to the melody number 200 that Automozart has composed several months ago, and you will understand the problem that I'm talking about. Here's the music piece number 200. Now you can see that in general, the song is pretty good, but it has a problem that ruins the whole melody. And the problem is right here. This is an inappropriate note with unwanted pitch. It is way too high, and if it is a little bit lower, the song would flow much more smoothly. So this is a very common problem of Automozart. It happens in 100 other music pieces that Automozart composed, and this problem has kept me and my teammates thinking for months. And after many failed tryings to solve that problem, finally we found the answer that we are looking for so long. My solution for this problem is to teach my baby program a basic lessons to boost its growth. My team gathered 1,000 patterns from 100 famous songs such as Let It Be, Happy Birthday, or Love Story. Then let Automata use them as a basic grammar. For details, I will show you how I taken the patterns from the songs Happy Birthday, okay? I will go to the internet and find a guitar tab for this song. I will copy it and paste it into the system of Automata. After that, I will open the program Automata Evaluate. This program has a mission of reading the tabs I just saved and taking out patterns from the song Happy Birthday so I can listen to them and judge them. Now I will listen to a patterns taken out from the song Happy Birthday, and my job is to judge it and give it a grade. So here's a pattern from the song Happy Birthday. So you can recognize that patterns from the song Happy Birthday, right? It is very easily recognizable. So now, after listening to the melody, to the patterns from the song Happy Birthday, I will give it a grade based on how good it sounds. Based on this, I will give it a score of 7. Pretty high. And after I grading all the patterns from the song Happy Birthday, the program Evaluate will save those patterns along with their grades into the system of Automata, so that the next time Automata open and compose its melody, it can use those patterns as a basic grammar. That's the whole idea of mine, and this boost prove its efficiency immediately. After several songs that we put into the system of Automata, there was no more unwanted pitch in the new melodies Automata composed, and those new melodies flow much more smoothly than ever before. This is the first song that Automata has composed. This song is very boring and it's full of inappropriate notes. So, here is the second song that Automata has composed after using a self-improving strategy. This song is a little bit better than the first song that Automata composed. It is free of inappropriate notes, but it still sounds very boring. So now, it is a song number 200 that Automata has ever composed. In general, this song sounds pretty good, but it has one problem, and it has an unwanted pitch that ruins the whole song. So now we go to the Masterpiece 3.0, a melody that Automata composed after I teach it a basic lesson to boost its growth. This is a song that I and my teammate are so in love because it flows so smoothly and it's free of inappropriate notes. It also sounds pretty good. My teammates and I are so proud of this song because it has proved how much Automata has developed for the last 7 months. This masterpiece is definitely a sweet result, paid off for our really hard work.